Just, be careful. Take it slow. No sudden movements. He's curious. Reach out your hand. Let him smell you. I thought you two might get along. It's okay. He's just getting to know you. Oh, he's friendly. Just a little nervous. I can tell from his body language. Just give it time, and you will be able to read him like an open book. Let's, leave him alone for now. Give him some space. He can get used to us just being around. His name. He doesn't have a name yet. The person who bonds with him gets to name him. So, maybe you should start thinking about that. What you want to name your dragon. It might very well be this little fellow, if everything goes well. I named my dragon Melusine. It's the name of a fairy tale creature I loved when I was little. A water spirit. Yeah, I named a fire-breathing dragon after a water spirit. But I was very little, you know. Oh, I've been with her since she hatched, and I wasn't more than a toddler then. No, that's not the way it usually goes, but, you know, I was born into a family of dragon riders. I never went through an application process like you. Melusine, come here, girl. Good girl. Yeah, we basically grew up together. And now I train new dragon riders. I supervise the bonding process, teach them, you know, how to take care of a dragonling. When it comes time for flying lessons, Brennan or Anga takes over. Here, I have an old picture when me and Melusine were both almost babies. Look at that. A summer long ago. So, why did you apply? Your grandfather was a dragon rider. What was his name? Oh yes, I remember him. From when I was little, before he retired. That's why your last name sounded so familiar. I hope you're here because you want to be, and not because of some sort of family expectation. Good. Because if you don't want to be here, this isn't going to work. You won't be able to bond with any dragon then. It's a lifelong friendship. More than that, they can sense your feelings, after a while. Not all dragons know, just the one you bond with. If you feel resentment, if you don't really want to be here, it won't work. Look at her. That's what motivates me, the bond we have, and their beauty and strength, the privilege of being part of their lives. And flights, of course. Flying is amazing. Scary at first, but amazing. No, it's actually harder with a young dragon. Not the bonding, but the flying. Bit of a paradox, perhaps. It's easier to bond with a dragon when it's young, and the bond often grows very strong then. But flying is harder, both because the dragon is inexperienced, but also because young dragons are agile and fast. Older ones are slower but stronger. With horses, they say, experienced horses for young riders, young horses for experienced riders. With dragons it has to be the other way around, because of the bonding process. So, that's an extra challenge, makes it a bit more difficult. What Melusine does. We're one of the newest couriers. I never wanted a war dragon. Oh, she's dangerous enough, but she's not a fighter, no. We're part of that delivery service. I'm sure you've heard of us. Dragon Post, for letters that needs wings. Fastest way across the mountains. Well, naturally. Oh, you wouldn't believe the things people want to send by dragon. And sometimes they want a ride. Like a dragon will accept just anyone. People are strange. For quick deliveries that are not too heavy, a pair like Melusine and me would work well. Older dragons are used to carry heavier loads. There's another potential one, by the way. Over there. Do you see him? Yes, the green one with gold accents. He's unclaimed. There are some other dragonlings that might be suitable as well, but I don't see any of them here today. They usually don't wander too far, at least not this time of the year. They get a bit sluggish in winter. They don't like the cold, so it's a bit safer to approach them now. When I was told that we were recruiting 3 new dragon riders this year, I started thinking about which dragonlings would be best suited. Usually we recruit 1 or 2 new dragon riders each year, but some years there have been none. While we're here, hanging around, Perhaps we should go through some of the things you need to do to take care of your dragonling, because it will be a while, you know, before the two of you will be soaring the skies. We obviously have a good nesting spot for them here already. We've been using it for years. But that is important, to find a good nesting spot. A bit of snow today, but winter is short here, and there are hot springs, volcanic rocks, and a few caves nearby. Yes, all stuff they like. A good nesting and resting spot is important. Dragons like to stay in one area, you know. It's us humans that makes them fly far away. A few of them do roam, but only to find themselves a new permanent home. The next thing is their diets. Wild dragons eat whatever they want, of course, but our dragonlings grow and develop best on a mix of raw meat, magical herbs, and rare minerals essential for their fire-breathing development. So you will be responsible for that with your own dragonling once you bond. You also need to start training your dragon with basic commands early on. They are pretty smart, but that doesn't mean that they automatically understand what they should or shouldn't do. We use enchanted whistles, rune-marked treats, and once the empathic bond is in place, we work with that as well. This is especially important for fire breath regulation. They don't always understand their own destructive power. Socialization with other creatures are also important. You need to expose your dragon to other dragonlings, familiars, and even humans. Get them used to other creatures, basically. This prevents aggression and territorial behavior. The dragons here are already used to other dragons, of course, but a fair number of them still keep to themselves and need a little nudging. What else? Maintaining wing health is important. That includes gentle stretching exercises and encouraging your dragonling to take flight and follow you around. Most of them do that when they feel safe anyway, but some do need encouragement, and this ensures that their wings develop properly. They need to be used and strengthened, or a young dragon's wings might not be strong enough to carry even their own weight, and much less that of a rider. It's very different from dragon to dragon. Some of them are just plain lazy and just want to eat and sleep. That's not really a trait we want, so we try to breed from the ones that seem curious and active. They also need to get used to being in the air and practice safe ways to take off and land. Their general health. Yes, we will teach you how to recognize and treat the most common ailments and injuries that might occur. That includes scale rot, fire cough, and mana exhaustion, and just cleaning cuts and such. You will have to do a little bit of alchemy. Yes, our apprentice dragon riders often don't realize beforehand how many skills they need to learn. But I hope you see that as a plus. You will be able to study a wide range of dragon-related subjects here. It's good, I think, to know a little bit of everything, not be too specialized. Some dragonlings will start to show elemental powers beyond fire, such as ice, lightning, or shadow magic. Fire is the most common, but the others do occur and will require a different training strategy. But we are prepared to handle most everything here. We will train you in how to train your dragon, of course. You will have lots of help and backup, but the main responsibility is yours. I'll give you a development plan soon. Part of it is recognizing growth stages, from hatchling to fledgling to juvenile. Each phase requires different care, feeding and training. Not all of them, no. Some dragons will resist any attempt at being trained. If a dragonling starts rejecting human contact or displaying excessive aggression, specialized training will be attempted to amend this. They may have fits of rage, and calming spells, lullaby charms, or enchanted toys can help. If there is no progress, we prefer to let them alone. Give them their freedom back, if that's what they want, and as long as they don't hurt humans, of course. Yes, we do let them go, sometimes, and they might very well leave the area, settle in the mountains somewhere. Some dragons just want to be wild. There's no reason to deny them that. I do envy you a little. Bonding with your dragon is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for most. Just you wait until the little guy brings you his first shiny. Oh yes, they do have a hoarding instinct. They like to collect shiny objects. If your dragonling gifts you one of their treasures, it's a sign of great trust. Shall we walk over to the one you said hello to? He seems to be calm enough. All right, let's see if he's interested.